there, Sylvia. Yeah, looks like fall out there. That fog is starting to roll in big time, actually. Very dense fog. Visibility is down to a quarter of a mile or less in some spots. And with that, we do have a dense fog advisory currently in effect. You're going to see it right here as we show you radar. It's in effect all along the coastline, the LA County coastline, the Orange County coastline, the Ventura County coastline. In effect through 9 a.m. with the exception of Orange County. That dense fog advisory for you in effect through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So things are really changing compared to where we were just a couple days ago. We were talking record temperatures and, well, we were talking about very hot numbers and clear conditions. Not the case now. We're cooling down and we're actually dealing with, again, a cooler forecast as we head into the weekend. Temperatures out there right now into the 60s for the most part, couple 70s, but for the most part we are cooling it down into the 60s, keeping things that way into the overnight hours. Earlier today, we got up to 84 degrees in downtown. So we were still above average by 5 degrees. If you remember, just a day or two ago, we were 20 degrees above average for this time of year, and we were setting records. In fact, tied a record in downtown a few days ago. Not the case today. The record was 103. We didn't get anywhere close to that, and again, we did stay above average. Over the next couple of days, we're talking, well, pretty average temperatures, maybe even below average in some spots. Onshore flow in full effect. So with that, we're seeing that sea breeze. It's bringing in the fog. And with that fog, again, we're looking at that fog advisory. That's how dense it is out there. That's how soupy it is out there. A cooler weekend in store. And, well, as we head into next week, we are expecting just a bit of a warm up. So we're going to have more on that warm up and more on the rest of your weekend forecast coming up in just a little bit. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
All right. You know, our Evelyn Taft is from the Bay Area, and we're giving her a little taste of home tonight. Right?
A little taste of home. Love San Francisco. Yeah, I looked outside today, and it was a familiar sight. Well, not too familiar for some of us because we're not used to seeing such thick fog along the coast at this point, because the last couple of days it's been nothing but sunny and hot. So we got a little spoiled. Some of you may have thought it was a little hot, so this is actually kind of nice for you. We are cooling it down. The fog was denser LAX earlier this evening. We're still in for dense fog into the overnight and morning hours, and with that, we're still dealing with a dense fog advisory. So that onshore flow is ramping up, that sea breeze really pushing all that fog in, and with that, we're looking at that dense fog advisory along the LA County coastline, the Orange County coastline through 10 a.m. For the LA County coastline, that's through 9 a.m. and for the Ventura County coastline as well through 9 o'clock in the morning. A cool down as we head into the weekend. We cooled it down today. We're going to continue to cool it down over the next couple of days, and then we're looking at a warm up in store as we head into next week as another little ridge of high pressure builds over Southern California. You'll see over the next 24 hours, we're talking about fog into the morning hours, overnight hours, and by the afternoon, a little more sunshine for you. Temperatures getting up to near average, 80 degrees for downtown, Santa Monica 70, Anaheim 81 degrees, Woodland Hills, you're getting up to 88 degrees in the afternoon hours. So we're cooling it down compared to where we were. We were talking about record heat earlier this week. Won't be the case this weekend. For the basin in Orange County, we're getting up to 80 tomorrow, so we are cooling down. We're actually a degree below average by Sunday, low cloud cover by Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, a little more sunshine for you and still staying warm. We're still talking 80s in the forecast by the time we hit next week. So just a little bump in the road temperature wise, and then sort of getting back on track near average or even above average by the time we hit next week. As we head into the valleys and the Inland Empire, low cloud cover, upper 80s, a little cooler by Sunday, and then by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, upper 80s and even some low 90s for you. So nothing compared to where we were earlier in the week, but we are looking at a little bit of a warm up, and remember that dense fog advisory in effect along the coast through 9 or even 10 o'clock for parts of Orange County in the morning tomorrow. Lena and Sylvia, back to you. And we're expecting a cool down this weekend. The details coming up in just a few.
We are so happy it's the weekend.
Oh, we're giddy with laughter.
That's right. Woohoo! Yes, we are heading into the weekend. We're dealing with fog in the forecast, but I have a little bit of news for you.
Okay.
The latest update, that Orange County fog advisory just canceled.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
okay,
so but
it's
everybody
going
else
away.
still in for the fog and the fog advisory and all of that. So there's a chance it could get lifted. It actually got a little better out there compared to where we were earlier.
It was bad earlier.
It was really bad. So we saw less than a quarter of a mile of visibility, and we could see that fog rebuild into the forecast. We're seeing it out there, but it was very dense earlier today. Again, the Orange County coastline, not a problem anymore in the way of that advisory. That was since lifted, but we're still in for that fog advisory along the coast, the LA County coastline and the Ventura County coastline as well. So we'll get to that advisory in just a minute. Want to take you to LAX, where earlier we did see very foggy conditions. And right now we're actually dealing with better conditions out there. Take a look at this. Things are looking much better out there. And again, we could possibly see that fog continue to thicken up into the overnight and into the morning hours as well. So temperature-wise right now, we're a little mild. We're into the 60s. And fog-wise, take a look right here. There's that dense fog advisory that we were just discussing. Again, no longer in effect for the Orange County coastline, but you'll see along the LA County coastline right there up into the Ventura County coastline, it's still a factor for us until 9 o'clock. That's 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we're going to continue to keep you posted on the fog. Do want to show you temperatures this evening. We're into the 60s for the most part. 63 in downtown, 64 for the City of Commerce. Heading over to Hacienda Heights here at 64 degrees. Over to our next stop, Paris, 67. Riverside, 69 degrees this evening, so you can see 60s pretty much across the board. There's that dense fog advisory lit up on your screen, the yellow on your screen indicating just that. And then Long Beach, you're currently at 63 degrees, the City of Carson at 63. So earlier today, we were still above average, a good 5 degrees above average to be exact, 84 degrees in downtown. That's nothing compared to where we were earlier this week. If you remember what it felt like earlier this week, well, you probably do because it was pretty intense, 99. That was the high in downtown, so we're already cooling it down a good 15 plus, even 20 degrees as we head to the weekend compared to where we were. That's because that onshore flow is kicking up, low pressure starting to kick in, that dense fog advisory again kicking in into the overnight hours. Cooler weekend on tap and a little bit of a warm up as we head to next week. So let's get a quick look at that 5-day forecast for the coast. 70s across the board, a little cooler, a little warmer by the time we hit Monday and Tuesday with more sunshine by the time we hit Wednesday. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.